conversation took place a while ago, but to actually have 22 given to you by Mike Matheny last night, what was it to actually, I guess, hold the jersey and know it was your number now?
For me, that was an awesome gesture by Mike, an awesome gesture by the organization to do that. They didn't have to do it. I could have very easily taken another number, but the fact that they recognized how important it was to me and a lot of other people says a lot about the organization, the class, and just the mindset overall. It's family oriented. So for me, it was an awesome experience, and it probably hasn't hit me yet in full effect, but I'll be able to look back on that night and definitely appreciate it.
For people that aren't familiar, can you share why that 22 is so important to you?
I had a high school teammate that that I played with growing up, and we won the state championship my sophomore year together. His mom was a teacher of mine. She was also like the team mom when it came to sports in the school. She did cheerleading, she did softball, basketball, football, and she was always out there on the baseball field rooting us on. And when you saw her around school, you knew she had your best interest at heart. And she was actually my English teacher my senior year, and that's when Andy passed, and that was the year after he graduated. So for me, I wanted to do something special for someone that affected me in a special way.
You mentioned family environment. Your parents traveled here with you. What was behind that decision for them to come and see St. Louis with you for the first time?
It's not taking life for granted. You don't know how long this is going to last. Baseball, this is a dream that they've helped me realize and made a lot of sacrifices for, and they wanted to share that moment with me and a new experience and take a good step going forward.
Jason, you've been a part of a strong franchise in Atlanta and certainly saw as a youth their success with all the division titles and then playing with them, what it took to get to October. When you think 12 months from now and sort of what you've learned about baseball, is there some traits that you'd look for in an organization you like to stay with long term? Are there some things that you've seen either with Atlanta or from peers?
Consistency as far as what the goal is at the end of each season. Why do you show up for work every day? The mindset behind, are we a playoff team? Do we want to be a playoff team? Are we going to look to rebuild? Or do we want to stay in the hunt each year? Those are things that I feel like players want to see out of an organization. I feel like St. Louis has been very fortunate to have good ownership, good GM, and the fans are able to feed off of that because they know what they expect out of their players and out of their coaches. And that's a good mindset to have. So it's good to have that connect when everyone's involved and they all know at the end of the year they're rooting for one goal.
How surprised were you when you heard that St. Louis was the team that you were going to when you were traded?
I wasn't surprised. If I was traded, I know I could have ended up anywhere. So for me, it was more of a calming sense that I knew I was going to an organization that has a great mindset, a positive atmosphere, a good fan base that understands the game of baseball, and for me, that's something that I feel like that can benefit me.
Jason